Hello indie game fans, it's Go 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 with the Steam Game Festival being back once again, this time featuring over 500 demos to check out in just 7 days, so if you're short on time, these are my top 15 picks to check out. Some apologies if you find me repeating myself, since these are all titles that I've covered before, but they really are the top of my personal list of games I'm excited about, but do stay tuned for new, never before seen titles as well. We begin with Steel Assault, an awesome looking pixel art action platformer with a unique zipline mechanic. This was kickstarted quite a while ago and has long been in development, but was picked up by Tribute Games as a publisher sometime last year, so I'm fairly confident that we'll see it this year. If you're bothered by the scan lines, there's the option to turn it off based on screenshots on the store page, so no worries and you can experience the pixel art in all its glory, but it does look fantastic to kick us off. Despot's game was also covered recently in my video on upcoming roguelite titles, where it's a roguelite strategy game where you equip a bunch of humans and pit them against enemy mobs. A little bit of an auto chess feel, but again, great pixel art, and I believe their publishing deal with Tiny Build just got announced in recent days, which did give us a new trailer. The deck building non-roguelite RPG Black Book did get a mention in my most anticipated games of the year, so with the demo being available, it's a no-brainer to try. It's steeped in Slavic myths, so think along the lines of the dark, horrible things of The Witcher and you get an idea of what to expect, but if you wanted deck building but not the roguelite portion, this is one to check out.
Your world has been cast into a dark spiral. Place enchanted cards along a harrowing loop.
Loop Hero also showed up very recently, being a Devolver Digital published title with the same awesome narrator from the Enter the Gungeon trailers, and it's a strategy game where you place buildings as your hero circles around on a loop. Nice art style and interesting mechanics makes this worth a look.
Customize your card deck and uncover secrets. Face the lich, break the spiral, and save your world.
Another eagerly anticipated title of mine is Dream Engine's Nomad Cities, one part Factorial, one part They Are Billions, and one part Airborne Kingdom. As such, it mixes together elements from some of the best city building games out there, combined with a dreamy, arcane, Arabia-inspired aesthetic, so certainly one of interest, and if you like it, it's releasing next month. Another pixel art title makes the cut, this time in a genre that I don't usually cover, but for how great this looks, Hidden Deep is certainly of interest. It's a survival horror title where you play as a crew sent deep into an underwater cavern to search for researchers who you lost contact with almost 2 years ago. Inspired by Aliens, The Thing, and Half-Life, of course that means something has gone terribly wrong with all sorts of alien monsters in the mix, looking very creepy and well made. Tunche got my attention since it's a roguelite beat-em-up, which is not a combination that you see every day. Combined with the setting in the Amazon and some great looking action makes it of interest. If you're not convinced, do check out the demo to get a feel for the combat and whet your appetite before the launch next month. Add one more action-based builder title to the list with the Riftbreaker, again having Factorio-inspired automation, but this time having an action RPG element as well, since you're primarily controlling a mech. It looks awesome visually, throwing hordes of enemies at you as well, so do give this a look, if only to test if your system can handle this game before buying. Dorfromantik got a very high spot on my list of upcoming city building games, since it's a very chill looking entry where you place tiles and grow and expand your village in a serene countryside. If you played Islanders, this will be similar, where objects do have certain requirements in order to get you more points to get more tiles, and even when you do run out, you do get to enjoy the wondrous beauty of the village built, making it high on my list. There's something about LUNARK that really drew me to it, most obviously being the pixel art style, but it's a cinematic platformer in the old school Prince of Persia vein, which is traditionally not something that I enjoyed. However, it does look stunning, with a sci-fi setting which looks intriguing to explore, and having had a successful Kickstarter campaign, it's headed towards launch this year, so try the demo, and if you enjoy it, do give the game a wishlist. The top 5 kicks off with No Place for Bravery, a fantastic looking pixel art action-adventure game where you play as a grizzled old warrior searching for his lost daughter. It's bloody and brutal, with some hints of a Souls-like and even Hyper-Light Drifter to some extent, making the demo a cannot miss. Also mentioned Floppy Knights very recently, but this fantastic tactics game looks awesome, and if I'm not wrong, the developers do actually bother to update their demo from one game festival to the next, so always something new to check out. Pleasantly surprised to see Chicory, A Colourful Tale get a demo for this Steam Game Festival, since it does look like a wholesome adventure about a dog wielding a magic brush. I thought that it would still be a ways off, but if there is a demo, perhaps it's closer than I thought, with an excellent pedigree of developers making this a no-brainer. Spoiler alert, The last spell was my most anticipated turn-based roguelite and has had 3 demos and prologues before, but if you missed out on it on the previous times, now's the best time to jump in. One part tactics title and one part they are villains, the strategy, action and pixel art combines to make it a very me type of game.
Dear viewers, stay tuned. This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
The number 1 spot goes to Narita Boy, another long in development title that I thought would never see the light of day, but here we are in 2021 and it seems primed for release. It's an action platformer title with a cool art style, where you play as the legendary pixel hero trapped in the digital kingdom, but does have one of the coolest looks out there, although I do think that it looked better on earlier in development. Regardless, a very interesting curiosity for sure, especially after all this time taking the number 1 spot. To see more of the big picture, check out these awesome videos and I will see you after the jump.